Shalom Allah. Marhaba. Good evening, good morning to everyone. Hello, and my name is Asaad Kalasho. I was born in Telkaif, Nainawa, Iraq, in 1959, November 14th. I arrived at the United States August 14th, 1978, after finishing high school back home. ما دخلت دراسة مدرسة بقاعد تلكيبة ثيلي مطيلي آخر أثر أمريكا بشهادة 1928. بعدين بربوت مع ناقويري 1984. I got married to a beautiful wife, beautiful lady, Niran Katula. God blessed us with 3 kids, Nathan, Nadine, and Dylan. And now we're grandparents at this time, 3 beautiful babies. Again, God have blessed us one more time, over and over again. أخب قاعد أثرد أمريكا بلخلندر دي بلخلا كبيرة ناشا بلخلندر دي بلخلا كبيرة كشيرة وناشا بلاخ ورجبرية. We worked hard. The first year or 2 or 3 or 4, maybe the first 10. Maybe you can go over 20, 10, 12 hours a day. And then opportunity was provided. Opportunity of education, opportunity of serving the community. I took advantage of that opportunity. I took it on. I took the task. I made sure that I know what I'm doing. Well, usually as every project, people will probably give you a doubt. أول ما دك بادت بشولة ناشئ كمري ما زياود ايش راح يسوي؟ بعدين كدودت مندي طاوة. When you do the right thing, people start getting attention toward you. ناشك بيشي بخيار بقاو باعون عليك يشوفوا ايش تسوي. ممكن يساعدوك، ممكن يعينوك، ممكن يحسدوك. كل الأحوال هاي حياة الدنيا. نستمر بعملنا لمدة 30 سنة. واليوم جالسين في إحدى زوايا المدرسة أو إحدى المدارس لمؤسسة كلاشو لتنشئة الأجيال اللي أسسناها تقريبا بدأت قبل 30 سنة أو 31 سنة، بحيث my kids were not even born. Dylan, the youngest one, was not even born. Now he is one of the main operator of Kalasho institution اللي هي تقريبا ومثل ما تشوفون وراي 5-6 شركات متعلقة أو متفرعة من الشركة الأولى. 5 or 6 different affiliated organizations have connecting somehow, somewhat into the first established organization, which is invest centers that came out from the community outreach services, and then were Cody Legal, Keys, and other establishments that we have put together in the last 30 years. It's 30 years of hard work, 30 years of being at the building at 6 o'clock in the morning every day, dressing up nice and neat, and waiting for everybody to come in so we can greet them. And as you and the crew will see, how we greet the students. There are over 600, 700, 800 students here. At the other locations, we have a few other hundreds, and the other locations, we have some more. We also have the new location coming up in Warren, which is going to be an amazing site for services. America was built on hard work on daily basis. That's what America is all about. America can be a lot better than it is right now because we have give up on lots of principles. We have to bring it back. I am a true American, proud to be one, but also proud to be a Chaldean from Iraq, that are the original people on the planet that speaks Aramaic language, which I speak it, read it, write it. In the meantime, I tried to teach my kids, but it was too much pressure from the outside on the English language over the Arabic language and the Chaldean language, which is basically Aramaic language. We teach it here from first grade to fifth grade. We teach Aramaic at the Keys Grace Academy. We also are in the process of putting another project together soon. We will be revealing that project to the communities at large. It doesn't have to be only Chaldean or Assyrian or Syriac or Afghani. Any human being that is in need for service after they come to the United States legally, we will be more than happy to provide them the service. So I am the youngest out of 11. I have 11 brothers and sisters. My oldest brother, if he had been alive by now, would have been 93. My sister is 90 right now as we speak. I was born when my dad was 61. So I have learned from the best and also from the brothers and sisters, which we have all educated brothers and sisters, all college grad. So I've learned a lot. I was disciplined in it the right way. But I really did not have that fatherhood type of relationship. My dad was like my grandfather. He was 61 years old when I was 1 year old. So therefore, I grew up in a very disciplined manner. I have helped my dad having a cow give a birth to a baby cow. I have worked with my dad cultivating barley and other type of agriculture product in Telkaif. يعني أنا مساعد أبويا يولد بقرة. أنا مساعد أبويا بقص الصوف للخرفان اللي كان عندنا. أنا مساعد أبويا أو أمي نسوي اللبن ونسوي القمر ونسوي كل هاي الأمور والشنينة وكل هاي الأمور. أنا عمري 16 17 سنة طلعت من تلكيف وأنا أعرف كل شيء. يعني بتلكيف يون غزيدة يون زرقة يون نطيرة بستانة يون مربشة يون خيلة شكابة يون خيلة قلديكة يون ويذا قصوصة يون ويذا كلين من داني يوم طعلة للصليدة يوم طعلة بقاود مطحوية يوم طعلة طبة بقاود الثانوية بالثانوية كنت حامي هدف ثانوية تلكيف لاعب كرة سلة ماخذ الجائزة الأولى سنة 1973 من جيت لأمريكا كان عندي الحزام الأحمر أو الأسود الكاراتيه. فحاولت أنه أبني حياتي بكل الأمور رياضية ثقافية تعليمية علمية اجتماعية، ولكن بكل يعني الاندفاعات وبكل المحاولات يجب أن يكون هناك عراقل بالحياة أو عقبات بالحياة أو صعاب بالحياة أو مطبات بالحياة. هي حالاتها أنه نعبر هاي المطبات، نعبر هاي العقبات، نعبر هاي الصعاب، ولا الحياة ما راح تكون حلوة. لابد وأن يكون هناك بها نوع من الحنظل، يعني ذوق الحنظل المر، الذوقة مثل القهوة المرة، خاطر نشعر مثلا أنه إحنا حققنا شيء. يعني هذا شعور اعتيادي كأي إنسان أنه يخلي أمامه مطبات الحياة. ولكن لما الله ينعم علينا ويساعدنا وإحنا نكون مصرين ونسير بهذه المسيرة إلى الأمام ونحقق نجاح، حيل نفرح. يعني أنا فرحتي كلش هواية لما أشوف أولادي نقعد يوم الأحد أو يوم السبت، على أكثر يوم الأحد، يسولفون أنه المديرة الفلانية سوت هيك، المدرسة الفلانية سوت هيك، المدرس الفلاني سوى هيك. حديث حلو، حديث لطيف، حديث مملوء كله ببناء مجتمع. احنا بدنا نحكي على معلمين ومدرسين ومدرسات، هؤلاء يبنون المجتمع. من عندهم يتخرجون الدكاترة والمهندسين والمدرسين والمحاسبين والممرضين، من عندهم يتخرجون، وهي نواة لتوسيع الثقافة والعلم والمعرفة وبناء مجتمع جيد. وهذا ما يحتاج الكلدانيين. وأنا أفرح هواية جدا 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 بالجيل الجديد من الجالية الكلدانية، وأكيد أهلنا من الجالية الآشورية. أنا أعتبر نفسي آشوري كلداني سرياني، إيش ما تردين اعتبريني أنا إنسان مؤمن والحمد لله مسيحي، وأعون وأساعد. يمكن المسلم قبل الآخر، يمكن اليهودي قبل الآخر، يمكن الصابئ قبل الآخر. والسبب أنه هاي مسيحيتي تقول ابحث عن اللي ضاع من عندك وجيبه ابحث عن الخروف الضائع وجيبه. هذه المسيحية الصحيحة. احنا ما المفروض نكون مسيحيين ونقول احنا بس نساعد مشيحاي، بس نساعد المسيحيين. هذا أخطأ شيء وأخطر شيء، لأنه أنت مثل ما قال المسيح، إذا أنت تساعد بس صديقك شلون راح تتعرف على الآخرين؟ ما هو صديقك اوريدي، مبدئيا هو صديقك. روح صاحب الآخر خاطر أنت تجمع بعد ناس ويكون عندك بعد حبايب وبعد محبين وبعد أصدقاء وبعد معارف، لكي تخلق ثغرة جيدة حلوة، قاعدة أساسية بالمجتمع تعبر عن المحبة. شوفين حضرتش مثلا هسه أولادي ثلاثتهم موجودين هنا، الساعة 7:30 8 الصبح موجودين هنا. يعني أتمنى أنه كل الأولاد ناهضين الآن ورايحين للشغل. أولادي بالعمر 30 و35 و36 موجودين كلهم هنا مبدلين وحاضرين، راح ينتظرون الطلاب ينزلون من الباصات من عمر 3 سنين، براعم حلوة 3 years old يخبلون، إلى 19 سنة و20 سنة استقبلهم أنا بالمدرسة. عندي بالثانوية اللي أديرها أني شوية الأمور تختلف شوية، أنا صعب وياهم، قاسي وياهم، ما أنطي لهم عين، لأنه أريد أربيه قبل ما يروح للكلية، أربيه قبل ما يطلع ويصارع الحياة ويقابل الحياة، أربيه بالإضافة لتربية الوالد والوالدة بالبيت. I will make sure that they are disciplined before they go to the colleges and universities and before they meet the real life out there. I discipline them, I teach them, I direct them, and I'm a little tough, but that's okay. روح ويا اللي بتشيك، لا تروح ويا اللي يضحكك. So that's what we do, me and my family, me and my kids, and my lovely wife. She was always with us as our right-hand person. And Nadine, my daughter, who's got 2 babies, Mika and Dean. And she runs the Code Legal, which is the legal department. Dylan does lots of stuff, the youngest son of mine. He is like a tomato. You can put it in any type of salad. So he can do this and he can do that, yet he can do the other ones. And he's always proud of his dad, and I'm proud of him. Dylan runs also the food service, which is an amazing service. We provide almost 6,000 meals a day, if not 8,000 some days. During the pandemic, probably went as far as 10, 12,000 meals. We were serving everybody, trying to make sure that nobody goes to sleep hungry. And this is our family. This is a giving family that we have been raised by my father, in particular also my mother, whom did not even know how to read or write. Absolutely, they brought 11 kids. I'm the youngest one, engineers and doctors and what have you. And this is how we have been blessed in this beautiful nation of ours, the United States of America. Back to the Chaldean community. It's a beautiful community. Lots of love, lots of passion, lots of giving. Now, we can be Republican, we can be Democrat, we can fight all day long, but at the end, we got to shake hands. We got to give a hug to each other because we're all Americans. That's why we came here. And that's why we are blessed to raise our children here. My main goal is to make sure that I am successful in my life. I saw in Iraq, in Telkaif, success is very limited. Finishing high school, my brothers were engineers and doctors and PhDs. And I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for a wider type of life. I was looking for a broader type of opportunities. So I figured, you know what, at the age of 17, 18, let me get out of here. So I went to Egypt and I attended the American University as an outside student. Well, guess what? Visa was given to me to come to America as a student at Wayne County Community College. That's where I attended. So when I did attend and I saw our community working in liquor stores, a lot of dangerous places, which is an honorable job, and they made good living out of it. But that was not my style. But I did work for years. Open the store and close the store. Open the store and close the store. 12, 14, 15, 16 hours a day. Every single day. When you're determined and you are in charge of a particular project, you make sure you finish that project. Sometimes we don't like it, but you have to finish it because you gave a promise to yourself. You make sure you finish it. Now, whether you like it or not, it's up to you to make a decision later on, either to stay or leave. So in 1992, I had the opportunity to apply for a grant through Detroit Public Schools for adult education. I was granted the grant, and we became, within years, the biggest adult education provider in Michigan. Over 1,700 to 2,000 students of people learning English and upgrading their skills. So instead of them working in a very, very cheap jobs, low pay, they were working in higher pay jobs. At that time was $4 or $5 an hour. They were working at $7 and $8 an hour. You know, when you bring more income to the family, there's more stability in the family. We all know that. The father and the mother will have less problems when the financial is provided. So that's what we did for years and years. And then we converted that program into K through 12 program. So now, as you see, we serve children, and you'll see them coming out of the buses from the age of 3, 4, and all the way to the age of 19, 20 at the high school. I invite you to visit the high school, and Dylan and my other kids will take you to the food services. We have approximately 25 different schools. We have kitchen in every school. We provide the best meal, the most nutrition meal that there is provided out there to the people. So I had refused to visit Iraq after the invasion, after the illegal, and my position is very clear. But guess what? 3 months ago, I was in Lebanon. A friend of mine has a private jet. He said, Asad, you're here. Why don't we go to Erbil? I said, you know what? I've got a lot of friends in Erbil. Let's go. So we went to Erbil for 48 hours. But you know what we are? In 48 hours, I was in Erbil. I was 2 hours later in Duhok, an hour later in Alqush, an hour later in Tiscopa, an hour later in Baqopa, an hour later in Batnai, then Telkaif, then the skirts of Mosul. Then I smelled Bab al-Top, Uma Bab al-Top, Dawasa, Amakin. Then I shoot back to Erbil, and I was in Beirut on Saturday. 48 hours, I visited all this. I met the مديرة ناحية القوش لارا شلامة طالة وكلنا اشتكى مخازاري بقاعد محافظة دهوك وغيري كلنا اشتكى مخازاري تامه. Was 48 hours. Whoever we think that can serve our community better and be a decent person, we'll go with that person. Now, sometimes things can go out of hand, but we have to scale the politic in America. You see that politicians, when they debate, they fight, and after that, they shake hands. That's how we're supposed to be. The Jewish community do that, and they're very clever and very smart, and we should be the same. We should learn, and they might learn some few things from us as well. So, as a human being, our feelings are affected by what we read and how we were raised, by what we hear and how we are associated with. And from that, it comes the fruit of our thinking and conscience feeling. So I'm a true Christian. I might not go to church every Sunday, but Jesus is in my mind a lot. And the reason he's in my mind, because what he says is heavy. What he spoke about is heavy. And sometimes it makes me wonder, did he really say that? So as you know, he lived in some cases where he was very harsh to some people. And in some other cases, he was so lovable and so passionate. But this is how it is. This is how I was raised. My mom would tell me, make sure you do not take a step in aggression against anybody, but make sure you defend yourself or protect yourself. Now, as you know, the youngest at 11, and I had brothers, 7, 8 brothers. In Telkaif, no one can talk to me because I've got a lot of brothers, right? Yeah, true. And my dad was little mayor of that little district, Mukhtar al-Mahalla. But I never took that for granted. I was always me. This is who I am. So from the early ages, I used to write poems about Matran Kabuchi. Remember Matran Kabuchi, who was in prison in Palestine? I was 11 years old. I wrote a poem about him, and I still remember part of that poem that made the teacher cry when I read it in middle school or elementary school. And then I was always eager to find more opportunities for me to expand my education. Not only what I learned in classroom, but my intelligence, expand my intelligence. What is America all about? How come America is in control of this world? So I was kind of leaning toward politics, kind of toward شعر, romancy, غزلي, maybe وطني. وبعدين أنا عندي اندفاع إنساني طالع من عشيرة كبيرة, come from a big tribe, a Kalasho that has a history of hundreds of years, and it's written at numerous of books. So all those elements give me that push. When I came here and worked in the media, that was my true face. That is my true face. أنا ما عندي لحية مسرحة. كم مرة سامعتها من عندي. أنا ما عندي لحية مسرحة. أنا أطقها طق. إذا كان البطرك ولا المطران ولا الشيخ ولا الإمام أنا أحكيها عدل. إذا كان حتى على أبويا أنا أحكيها عدل. ليش؟ من يسكت عن الحق فهو شيطان أخرس. قالها كل الأنبياء وذكرها المسيح أنه يجب، لأنه قالوا له للمسيح أنت من؟ قالوا لهم أنا الحق. ابحث عن الحق تجده، والحق يحررك. لما أنا أنطق الحق أنا حر، أنا حر. لكن لما مدحت فلان بسبب عمل الجيد والجهود والنظيف يعني المميز، أنا حر لأنه مدحته لأنه يستاهل. لما شفت مثلا فلان شخص يساعد الكوميونتي financially, educationally, socially، أنا أمدحه لأنه فعلا عمل شيء جيد. لما شخصيتش طلعتي بوك، أنه أنا أحكي عن البوك، هذا شيء يفيد الناس، لأنه إحنا ما نقدر نبتعد عن البوك. ابحثوا في الكتب إن لم تعرفوا، ابحثوا. صحيح عندنا كمبيوترز وعندنا لابتوبس وعندنا ايبادز وعندنا كل هاي، بس الكتب هو الكتب. يعني ذاك اليوم واحد من الطلاب يقول لي أستاذ هذا الكتاب نحتاج له نذبه. قلت له عيب تذب كتاب. الكتاب ما يرمى بالزبل، حتى لو تعرف تخليه على راسك. هذا كتاب انصرف عليه، كتب عليه. فكثير من الأمور أنا كنت الوجه الحقيقي لما ذكرته بالإعلام بالتلفزيون وبالراديو، وكان عندي مشاهدين بمئات الآلاف. اليوم كملنا سنتين موقف الإعلام والحمد لله، ولكن كثير من الناس يطلبون أنه أعود الإعلام، و I missed it sometimes I missed it, especially اللي دا يصير بالعراق مع الأسف، والأمور الأخرى اللي تحصل، وخصوصا الآن في أمريكا. So from experience, my advice will be to my children and all the new generation, the youngsters, the young people in our community and other communities. Always be honest. Don't let anything come back to haunt you. That's number one. Number two, make sure you develop yourself today better than yesterday. And you'll find yourself you're in a successful environment, that you're ready to go and tackle the world if you need to do that. Those are my advices. My third advice is you don't have to show your faith and expose it to everybody. Your faith is within you, within your character, within your conduct, with helping people, extending your hand to others, whomever they are. They knock on your door, Jesus said, make sure you open that door. And he didn't ask what to ask them, but they ask you, you give it to them.